Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday evening training. This is not a pop-up call. This is a training, and we are live on YouTube. So we are very glad to have each and every one of you. Call your teams, get them all here so that they can join us this evening. We're just going to wait a few moments for everybody to join. It's lovely to see everybody coming into the room. Can you please all write in the chat where you are dialing in from? My name is Adele, and I am in Johannesburg, South Africa. It's chilly, but it's certainly not as cold as it was earlier in the week. At least I can feel my fingers tonight. We had very cold weather on Monday and Tuesday, but it's a lot warmer now. Let us know where you are dialing in from. Bev, how is it there where you are?
I am in Panama, so we're having some hurricane storms, a lot of rain. It's nice and cool. The humidity is very low at the moment, which is great. And it's wonderful to be on this call with you, my dearest Adele.
Thank you so much for being here and being a co-host. Ike, how's it going there in Krugersdorp?
Yeah, Adele, thanks for the opportunity to be online again, to be with the community. I'm in Krugersdorp. It's not as cold as it was, like you say, the previous days. Yeah, looking forward to a great Zoom meeting as we learn from each other. Good evening, everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you. I love what you said there, Ike, as we learn from each other, because this is not a presentation. This is not us prescribing. Beverly, Ike, myself, we are volunteers. We are presenters, but we are volunteers. We do this because we love Gift of Legacy. We're part of this community and we share with this community. So we titled tonight's Zoom call, How to Have Fun in the Gift of Legacy theme park. And maybe it's an important time to just think about that theme park that we are all a part of. We use the analogy of a theme park because it is a place outside of reality. It is a place where we can have fun, where we can think colorfully, where we can do things differently to the normal day-to-day job, routine, situation that you find yourself in. You didn't join Gift of Legacy because everything was 100% perfect in your life. Because if you did, I will think you may be the only person who has done that. Nobody joined Gift of Legacy because everything in their life is exactly the way they dreamed it to be. And a theme park is a place you go to have fun, to escape from reality, and to enjoy yourself. And that's what Gift of Legacy is about. But it's also a place where you can ride the boards of abundance. So maybe we can just chat a little bit about that. I've got a few ideas of things we can chat about, but I certainly don't want to be the one talking about everything tonight. What does it mean to you that Gift of Legacy is a theme park and that this is a place out of reality where we come to create something for ourselves? Ike, what do you feel about that? And then we'll open the floor. If you want to chat, raise your hand. If you don't know how to do it, by pressing the icon at the bottom. Ike, what does the whole theme park idea mean to you?
Yeah, when I saw this about theme park, I was just thinking about a few times that I've been to a theme park here in Johannesburg. The excitement just going through those gates, I would be so excited. And I would be looking at which ride to actually take. And I would try to avoid the anacondas, those that go so fast. But the spirit there would just rub on me, and kids running around and parents with their kids and groups of people. It would be so exciting. And me with my team, that's why I can't actually wait for us in Johannesburg to actually have our meeting there, or even just be at the park, the Johannesburg Park. It's just a place of excitement. It's so excitement, and I'm looking forward to that time when during spring we can actually go there here in Johannesburg. So that's just my take. It's a place of excitement. So GL, it's a place of excitement for me.
Fantastic. I find it interesting you mentioned the anaconda. So I must just explain to people who don't know Gold Reef City what the anaconda is. It's a huge big snake to most of you. We might have seen some of those in Gift of Legacy, but we certainly don't keep them here. But the anaconda in our theme park is a huge big roller coaster where you sit under the rail. So you're not in a carriage on top of the rail. The rail is here and the carriage is under, and you hang with your feet hanging down, and then you do loopy loops. I have never been on it, and I will never go on it. But yes, certainly theme parks can have some crazy rides, but definitely it is a place of excitement. Bev, what does this whole theme park idea mean to you?
Well, Adele, when Gift of Legacy came into my life, we were just rolling out of that awful thing that happened in all the world. And this was the happiest moment to bring me out of what I was trapped in, feeling, oh gosh, they're doing so much evil to everyone in the world. But then when I found out that it was an opportunity for all of humanity to come together in love, everything changed for me. I am not a theme park person, but I love to be around people and I love to serve people and be of whatever assistance that I'm capable of doing at my age. And the wonderful thing is this: the concept of what Gift of Legacy really is what keeps me here, no matter what is going on, with people who are so ignorant about loving one another. And that's where it happens. The people who are doing wrong do not understand loving one another. But we who recognize that a theme park is for fun. It is for fun. I will take everybody to a theme park, but I am not going to get on any of those rides. But I will eat enough sugar candy and enough all the other good stuff. All the other good stuff I will eat, I'll buy. I will buy gifts to give away from the theme park with the theme park's name and everything. And Adele, Ike, the best part is I have met some wonderful people. You're both one of them. Candace is another one. Valissa is another one. Hercules. My heart is with Gift of Legacy 100%. And no one can tell me about other things because I do not want to see any other thing except to feel, develop, learn to give all the love in my life. So that's what it means for me. Thank you, Adele.
Thanks, Bev. So I think for all three of us, it's the community. It's the people here that make it special. It's not just another platform. It's not MLM. It's not network marketing. We're a gifting community. We're a gifting activity. But we are definitely a community of people. And that's why inviting people to Gift of Legacy is peer-to-peer and heart-to-heart. I said it on Tuesday night. I've said it a few times. We've always spoken about you need to invite two like-minded and like-hearted people. And I'm changing it now when I present. I'm saying you need to invite two like-hearted, community-minded people. Because if you invite people in who are like-minded, yes, they want to ride the boards of abundance. I mean, we all like that idea, right? Cool. But if they're not community-minded people, then this is not the place for them, because we're about a community. We're about a community sending and receiving gifts across the world. And we use the theme park analogy because we are riding boards. We've got 6 boards that we can ride. And if you haven't watched that training, the 4 attractions that I helped Elizabeth with, she created its beautiful presentation about the 4 attractions in Gift of Legacy. Watch it. It's on the YouTube channel. I know the YouTube channel is not 100% organized, but it's great because then you have to go and look at things before you find what you want. But we are going to sort it out very soon. But it's called the 4 attractions. And I know lots of you in your readings and your meditations, you know, look at things like the affirmations and those things. But we've got attractions. We've got the normal ride, the first ride from bronze to platinum, from coal to platinum, wherever you start. Then you can ride those boards perpetually, which means you can ride those boards over and over. And on the perpetual cycle, you receive more gifts, more money. Okay, more money, more gifts. Then we have Ohana. Ohana is something totally different, and it's 100% community. That's what blended means. Ohana will bring us all the joy that we seek when we as a community support it. A community board is not the responsibility of 3 custodians. Since Tuesday night, I've been thinking a lot about that. Ohana is the responsibility of the community because it is a community board. And then we have the coal board, which is a starter board, and it allows us to start in a lineage and then follow a blended route. So there are different things that we can do within Gift of Legacy. But what I can assure you is there are 6 different rides that can bring you gifts while you're sleeping. You might have heard of the phrases, you need 7 streams of income, and you're truly wealthy when you make money when you're asleep. I'm telling you, we've got 6 rides where you can receive gifts even when you're sleeping, because we have a different language in our theme park. Our community walks to its own drumbeat. We've got a heartbeat, and that heartbeat is community. And that is something we all need to really understand. The word Ubuntu is not just a word we throw around in Gift of Legacy. I'm gonna ask Ike to speak about Ubuntu now, because the more times Ike explains it, the more it'll sink into people's hearts. But some people in the past 2 weeks have made a mockery of the word Ubuntu. We don't take the word Ubuntu lightly in Africa. It's a very serious and deeply rooted word in our culture, in our community. And we take it very seriously in Gift of Legacy too. Ike, what does Ubuntu in this community mean to you? And what does it mean in Gift of Legacy?
Right. So Ubuntu, it's a South African, very rich word, meaning it has a very strong meaning. If you use it within the South African context, people immediately hear you out that you are about community. Like I said last time, in South Africa, it's used interchangeably with a phrase that we use saying that I am because of you. And it says, Kimutu kabatu, meaning that I am because of you. And that's exactly what we're talking about in GL. We are a community. We belong together. I mean, just looking at how I've been empowered and friends that I've built around Gift of Legacy from around the world, it just talks about that. Ubuntu, it talks about Kemutu Kabatu. I am because of you. I cannot make it alone.
Right.
I cannot make it alone. I am because of you. So we work as a community. We are strong. We will achieve more because of working together as a team. So in a nutshell, Adele, that's what Ubuntu means. It's a very rich word in South Africa.
Absolutely. And for those of you who know a little bit of the history of South Africa, Desmond Tutu was a Nobel Peace Prize winner. And he was a bishop, I think it was bishop in the Anglican Church. And he spoke of Ubuntu nearly every time he spoke. If you go and Google search Bishop Tutu and the words he has shared about Ubuntu, it is something very dear to all of us. And in Gift of Legacy, when we use that term, being the home place, the birthplace of Gift of Legacy, we take the word Ubuntu very seriously. It means community. So in Gift of Legacy, to enjoy this theme park, you can't come alone. You have to invite people to join you. You are going to meet other wonderful people. You are, and that's half the fun. In a community, you don't want to live there locked up in your house with closed doors and never interacting with other people. So those of us on the Zoom call tonight, we are practicing community. We are coming together to speak and share. When you're on a board, reach out to the people, chat to them in the board chat, speak to them, get to know them. Maybe if you know that somebody on your board is Spanish speaking or speaks another language, German, Portuguese, Japanese, whatever the language is, send them a message and use Google Translate. Send them a message, hello, how are you? It means so much to people of other cultures when you show interest and respect in them and what they say and what they do. So when you are engaging with people in Gift of Legacy, one of the most important things is to speak to them and to talk to them in their language. And that's what I try and do. I try and do it on the Zoom calls. Just learning to say hello in different languages. Because now it's pushing me to learn to say, how are you in those languages? And what's next? What are the possibilities? Carolina? Hello.
Hello, my dear. I am so glad to be here.
We are so glad you are here too. Where are you in the world?
I live in Mexico City. I have born here. Yes, I'm sorry. I just came here. Look, I was born in Mexico. Then I speak Spanish. Hola, mucho gusto.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes, sí. To tell you that my father was an exiliate from Spain, from the war, the Civil War, and then my mother was French. I am a French teacher, see, in Mexico. Bonjour, madame. Enchanté. Enchanté with everybody. And I am so glad. I have been 11 years doing mandalas, you know, like doing, trying to do them. And in the beginning, I have a lot of success, but then there was things who happened. And then there is a few, like 3 months that I have arrived to Gift of Legacy, and I am so happy. because my economy is so little, and I say it has to have a way to fly. My son, well, thank you, Beverly. My son lives in France because he just have a scholarship. My aunt is over there, but I don't have to have the travel. I don't have the money to travel there, no? And I say, well, I have two very good friends who are here in Legacy Gift. Her name is Daniela Errasti, Maria Elena, and here is Adriana. She's here. She's from Venezuela and she speaks very well English. And to tell you that I want to be integrate with all of you, and so happy that we do it internationally. Thank you so much.
It is so lovely to meet you. I have a yearning to go to Mexico. The school where my son matriculated, or where he went to school from, right from his grade 0 year, from his starter year right up to when he finished senior school, was Waterstone College. It's just down the road from my house. But in 2010, in the Soccer World Cup, which we hosted here in South Africa, Team Mexico trained at our school, and they made a FIFA field and they put a gym equipment, and because the children were from the school, we were allowed to go and watch the training sessions, and we just loved the Mexican players. Such a friendly nation, so kind, so generous. And every time I meet another Mexican GL participant, I get so excited. So it's lovely to meet you. It's wonderful. What board are you on now, Carolina?
I am just jumped in plata. How argent?
You in platinum in 3
plata.
months.
Plata? Yes.
Bronze.
Yes.
Bronze.
No, bronze.
Silver,
No,
silver. Okay, silver.
Thank you. It's plata in español.
Oh, okay. I've learned another word. How do you say platinum then?
Platino.
Platino.
I mean, you can't use the same word.
It is two different words, Adele. One is platino and one is plata.
But they are very near.
Okay.
Sometimes you say plata, platino.
Okay.
You know,
that's amazing.
I was in how do you say, the first one, and we jumped up. 3 of us, 4 of us has just jumped in plata. See, in silver.
That's amazing. Wonderful. And when you say 4 people, is it you and your 2 invitees and their invitees?
Exactly, the one who invited me, and me and 2 who follows me.
That's the way to do it. That is how you have fun in Gift of Legacy. If you are not active and you are not creating a community to come with you and enjoy the rides, it's going to be boring and frustrating. You need to invite people to join you. And this is something else. Thank you so much, Carolina, for speaking to us, because we are not limited. We are not limited to our town or our country. You can invite people from anywhere in the world to be part of your community within Gift of Legacy. So if you have a friend in France or family in Germany, and you have a work colleague in Japan and somebody in Thailand and someone in Madrid. Hi, Elizabeth, I see you here. If you've got people that you know around the world, you can invite them to join Gift of Legacy, because that is how we create a community. And when you have a family of people, a community of people who are riding these boards with you, that's when your boards move. Because we have lineage from bronze to platinum. It's lineage. Go and watch Elizabeth's training about the 4 attractions. It's lineage. But then you've got all these people that you know in your lineage. Get them all to join Ohana, because that's the community board. And that board was created to keep all the rides going so we can get to Platino. That's where we want to get. So 2 by 2 by 2, you've got it in 3 months. You understand Gift of
And
Legacy.
we are in Ohana. We are in Ohana. I
Wow.
jumped up, but now I am in Leyenda, in the center, but no one
Yes.
comes in no more. There is no movement. But I know, well, there in one moment there will be movement, no? In
So
Ohana.
the Ohana boards, the oldest boards, are being filled up first, but they are not filled up by the system. They are filled up by the community. It is a
Yes.
community board. So everybody should participate in Ohana, speak to your team, speak to everybody, and encourage them to join Ohana. Because not only is it going to keep the lights on, but it's going to keep the boards moving so we can all receive gifts. So keep the faith. Ohana is all about give me hope. The hope is still there. But right now, the community need to show their faith in the system. The hope is there. We need to show our faith in the system. The community will fill those boards. It is a community board. It is not the responsibility of the developer, of the custodians, or the system to put the gifters. We've got to put the gifters there. But it's coming. It's coming. Carolina, you are going to receive your Ohana gifts. I know it.
Thank you.
I know it.
So much.
Elizabeth, what do you feel about Gift of Legacy and how to make it fun?
I just love it. Hi, everybody. Hi,
Hi.
hello. I don't have my Gift of Legacy theme on. I was in a meeting before. I just love Gift of Legacy. For me, it's such a wonderful sharing experience. That's what it is for me. I always remember the day that Wilda talked to me about it, and I said, okay, let me think about it, because I have also been in different platforms where I lost tons of money, where I've been cheated. So I said, otra vez, no, again, no puede ser. But I just love this lady, that invited me, and I said, let me think about it. And so the next day, I remember that evening, I had just finished a workshop, and we ended like, yes, let's go for abundance. Yes, let's go for it. And then I had another thing that happened. So synchronicity happened, and all of a sudden, my thought was, so what if I give a $100 gift, which was the gift that I gave. I give a $100 gift. And what if Gift of Legacy just disappears? Yeah, that's the worst case scenario. I give my gift and Gift of Legacy disappears. I used to work with scenario stuff and finance and all this thing. So it was okay. So that was the worst scenario. I said, okay, well, you know what? If Gift of Legacy disappears, I have given a $100 gift to someone I don't know, someone somewhere, and it just makes me happy. It made me smile. So I said, oh, so this is making me happy. This is making me smile. So I think this has a good vibe to it. So I decided, I called my friend. I said, yes, I'm in. I'm in, and I just remember like sending the gift to Veronica in Panama, and I was like, I don't know her personally, I had never met her, and just talking with Veronica and saying, oh my God, how nice. And then we had other, conversations. So it was like, oh, again. And then again, when I came into my perpetual cycle in bronze, it was her again. She was the legend again. So it was like, oh my God, isn't this fun? Like, here we are again. And of course, then going into silver was such a beautiful experience. I was like, how would I even, I'm just in silver right now, I'm in silver right now. But I remember the thought of how am I going to give $400 to, to a stranger? And I can't wait for the moment to gift $1,600. Like that's, oh my God. And what about $5,000? Like what? I can just imagine that. And to hear the people calling me and saying, hey, Elizabeth, I have a gift for you. I remember the first gift somebody sent me, that $100 gift. When I came into bronze, I think it was about a month and a half later when I was legend in bronze. And it just made me so happy. I was like, oh my God, this is real. This is for true. This is for true. Yeah. This is this is not a scam. This is nothing. This is just gifting. And it's so beautiful. And I just want to share like one thing. I work a lot with creative processes and bringing down, bringing down from heaven to earth processes. And I remember thinking, wow, these people, I didn't know who they were, but these people have created something that brings down from spirit to earth. They have found the way to reproduce the creative process and do it, really in a beautiful, beautiful way. Always. And after I've met them and talked with them and being with them in the meetings, I say, these people are really, really connected with spirit and they really, really believe in what they're doing. And that for me is just, it's priceless. It's priceless. So for me, this is a blessing. Thank you, Adele, for asking. Thank you. I just love talking about this.
What a beautiful way to explain it. And it is just that. Just take a moment to think that 3 years ago, right now, Gift of Legacy was being birthed. Gift of Legacy was birthed between May and November of 2021. Okay, that's when Gift of Legacy was birthed. 3 years ago, right now, was when the pregnancy phase before we were birthed. And there was so much happening. And I was blessed to be part of that process because my inviter into the precursor program is one of the people who helped to co-create Gift of Legacy. So I was privy to lots of things, and I was pulled into helping, kicking and screaming sometimes, and saying I wasn't going to do this like I did the other platform I was on. I wasn't going to be on Zoom calls. I wasn't going to do this and I wasn't going to do that. It's quite funny now, right? But I've been in it right from those early days. And at the moment, I'm busy with lots of other things in the background, things to do with Ohana, things to do with other admin work, things I'm busy with, and just looking at where we've come from, how far Gift of Legacy has come. In January, we are 3 years old. So, okay, let's not look ahead. We are 2.5 years old. But in terms of online platforms, that's solid. That's solid. We are here to stay. We're not a fly-by-night, flash in the pan, rah, 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 huge marketing thing. I love Mexico, rah, rah, rah. We are not all about flashy marketing. We don't need it. We don't need it. Gift of Legacy is peer-to-peer and heart-to-heart. And you start having fun in Gift of Legacy when you realize it's more about the people connections. And when those people connections are solid, those people connections create your teams, your lineage. That's what pushes you through the boards. And if those people let you down, it's these people on the screen and the people you get to meet in person at the meetings that we have, or the people you phone because you've become best of friends, but you've never hugged them. It's those people that pull you through the toughest times. That's when you have fun in Gift of Legacy. But when you just send a gift and sit back and wait and then put messages on the Telegram group complaining, that's not fun. But when you really connect with the heart of this, we are all about sharing gifts. The thing that attracted me most to gifting activities, because I was in the precursor, was sending gifts. There's nothing that gives me more pleasure than sending a gift. It can be something I've made. It's often something I've baked. I love baking things and taking a plate of this or a bowl of that or a new creation to somebody. My poor family, it's normally them, but my friends get it too. I love giving gifts. I love doing that. And I know that it's something that is inherently me because I see it in my son. You know, you can see your good traits when they come through out. And my son buys gifts to make people feel better. He's at university and he's very aware of people around him. So when somebody's not feeling well or they've had a bad day, he'll phone me and say, Mom, I went to visit them and okay, I bought them flowers or I took them a chocolate or I did this for them, because giving gives him so much pleasure. And I know that he enjoys giving as much as I do. So when I heard about a platform where I could give gifts, it's exactly that which Elizabeth spoke about. It's that joy that it gives me. I would much rather give to people than receive. I'm very bad at receiving gifts and surprises. I've had to learn to say thank you and be grateful because I love giving. And if you like giving, join Gift of Legacy. Don't join because you like getting all the time. Join because you love giving and find other people that love giving too. Because that's when you're really going to have fun. Now, there's somebody who has a lot of fun in Gift of Legacy. He does it through pharmaceuticals. He does it by prescribing some strange kind of medications. Glenn, how are you in the vitamin trade doing tonight, this afternoon?
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfectly. Where are you off to?
I am sitting outside of Calgary, Alberta right now, and got to get up at 3 in the morning on a flight to Cancun. I've not had a personal holiday since 2012. So like all of us, all these faces on the screen, life happens. You go through the good times, the bad times. I'm going through the good times right now. And it all started back in January for me when somebody introduced me to this platform. Well, it's actually mid-December, but end of January is when I really got plugged in, some, Zoom calls. And the gift of legacy for me are, look at the faces on the screen here right now. You are all gifts. Each and every one of you are gifts to each and every one of us. And with 1.3 users in 2.5 years, I've never seen anything like this. I'm from the 40-40-40 club. I was told, go to school, get an education, get a good job. You work 40 hours a day for 40 years, and then the government wants me to retire on 40% of the income that look, I crunched out some numbers. I'm a numbers guy. In 45 years of working, I've paid in taxes about $1 million. And I'm still having to work right now. And I'm 69 trips around the sun. So here's an opportunity for all of us, not just for Glenn, but for all of us that are plugged in, that are like-minded, like-hearted, have a mindset that there's another paradigm out there where we can help people first and then help ourselves. I get such joy driving through a drive-through. I was on the road driving through a drive-through. What's the order behind me? Oh, they ordered a muffin and a coffee. I'm paying for that. Just the joy of seeing somebody honk their horn at me and give me a wave and a big smile, that makes me feel good. So I've met so many wonderful people just since January. And you just have to plug in and just stay positive. I mean, what's the alternative? Just like Elizabeth said, if it collapsed and you gave somebody $100, well, it ain't going to collapse, because each and every one of us that I'm looking at right now, we all have one thing in common. It weighs between 8 and 10 and 12 ounces. It's called the heart. Each and every one has that beating inside of us. It's what we choose to do with that. So I block it. I've got rhino skin. I don't listen to I don't read those negative posts. I don't listen to the negative stuff. It's all about plugging in with the like-minded community people here, and let's just enjoy the journey. The destination will happen, but let's enjoy the journey, you guys. All right, Adele.
Glenn, you must have a fantastic holiday. Your next holiday is here for your safari, right?
I'm coming to South Africa and meeting my brothers and sisters, my adopted brothers and sisters, and I will do a world travel. I want to get to Portugal. We've got some wonderful people in our family. I call the GL a family now. Portugal and Spain. I got to go see Elizabeth, and then there's South America.
Coming here first, Glenn. You're coming here first.
You know what? I bought myself a map for my office.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous, Adele.
And a bunch of pins. And I'm gonna put those stick pins in every one of my GL family spots. So get ready, folks. I'm coming.
That's so beautiful.
Oh, okay, take care. I'm gonna see you guys. I'm gonna see you guys in about a week.
Send us some photos, eh?
Appropriate photos.
Yes, appropriate ones. No vitamins.
Okay. Keep smiling, everybody. We love you.
We love you.
Good.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye. You know what really touched me today? I mean, so many things touch me every day in Gift of Legacy, but something really touched me today, and I don't know if he's on the Zoom. I haven't really checked, and I must go through the chat. Let me just see if he's on the Zoom.
Yes.
He's not. But this afternoon on Telegram, our friend Freddie put a message, and he said, I'm sorry I haven't been around. I wasn't near internet, but I'm back, and I've been following all the news, and I haven't been able to share my testimonials, but I'm back. And he sent me the same personal message. And I've been wondering where Freddie is, because he was on our Zooms. He's not English speaking. He is Spanish speaking. He's from Uruguay, but he works for the Peacekeeping Corps in the Congo. And, you know, that's serious business. He's keeping peace in the world. We're coloring it, and he's keeping the peace. And he's obviously been on some military detail, and he wasn't able to communicate. And what is the first thing he did? He put a message on the Telegram group to apologize for not being there. It is the most beautiful thing. And I thought, wow. Imagine if you hadn't been on the group for 3 days and you put a message and you said, I'm sorry I haven't been around, family. I'm back. What did I miss?
Just, Adele, to tell you that you can also come in Mexico. I didn't tell to Glenn. I have a very little studio in the city of Mexico, but you can come, everybody, whenever you want. You have your home here.
I would love to. As soon as I can, I'm putting Mexico on my list.
Okay.
And I love tequila, so I'm definitely coming to Mexico.
Me too. Love tequila.
Tequila. I'm definitely coming there. So let me just look in the chat. We've got a lot of people from around the world on the call tonight. We've got our dear friend Turia from the Czech Republic. I'm sure Turia will speak now. And then we've got Malgorzata, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, from Poland. And Monica is from Jacob's Bay, which is in the Cape in South Africa, and they're going through terrible storms and floods and just crazy weather at the moment. And Joy is also in Cape Town. I hope you guys are warm and safe. And then we got Hannah from Poland, but she lives in France, and Pia in Minnesota, and then our friend Nancy from South Africa. And I assume she's referring to our question about the theme park. It's where you can have childlike fun, excitement, adventure, and giggles. It's
And
nice
there's
to
Conrad.
Hello?
There's Conrad.
Oh, there's Conrad. Yes, I'm just reading the chat. Conrad is here as well from Poland. He's one of the Polish leaders, so it's lovely to have him here. Turia has put a quote from Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Ain't that the truth? And I see Pablo is here. You know, Pablo's from our Spanish community. Buenas tardes. I know there's lots of people here from across the world, but Turia, what does it mean to you to be in Gift of Legacy? What makes it fun for you?
I don't know if I can say fun. It is a fun to a certain degree, but what I have noticed on myself that in the English presentation you say that Gift of Legacy is creating abundance and self-development. And I noticed in myself that I became more a giving person. Just shortly after I joined Gift of Legacy, I was downtown and there was a beggar, homeless person, begging for money. And before I entered Gift of Legacy, I usually didn't pay attention to them. But this time I also passed him by. I sort of didn't pay attention to him. But after a few steps, I thought myself, why can't you give him $5 or something? It will not make a difference to you. So I came back, but he wasn't there already, so I couldn't give money to him. But I'm sure next time I see some beggar or some homeless person, I think I will give him a few dollars just unconditionally. So this is without a condition. Yeah.
It's beautiful because that's what we do in Gift of Legacy. It's unconditional. We send gifts. And that's so beautiful, Turia, because it does make us think of things differently. It makes us think of other people. And that's what Ubuntu is all about. We only thrive when everybody thrives. And here we don't look down on anybody. We don't look down on people. We only look down so we can reach a hand down and pull them up. But nobody is better. The people on coal are not less important than the people on platinum. The gifters are not less important than the legends. I always say to people when I'm first telling them about Gift of Legacy, that this is a gifting activity where we share gifts. Everybody gets time to be a giver and everybody gets time to be a receiver. Because not everyone knows what the word legend means. But I say you have a turn to give and you have a turn to receive. And when you've received, then it's your turn to give again. And somebody else will have a turn to receive. And I think when we carry on chatting now, we must chat about the things that we say to people. Let's chat a bit about what we say to people, how we introduce people to GL. What are the things that work for us, Bev?
I want to say something that Martica Restrepo always says. And she says it in Spanish, but I'm going to say it in English. At one time in Gift of Legacy, you come in as a lion when you're in the legend position. But then after that, you become the tail of a rat. Cabeza de león, cola de ratón. And this makes all the sense in the world. We are all lions, but we have got to find ourselves really feeling how to go back down and push up. because we're all needing each other, because we're all beggars. I really, really know that. And ever since Martika said that one about head of a lion, tail of a rat, it has stayed in my heart because it is a truth that is eternal.
I must just say I'm no rat though, and I'm no rat of no tail. So I just categorically want to say that I'd rather be a mouse. And I think the analogy for me would be that if you come in with a lion attitude that you're going to eat up other people to get to the top, change that attitude, because here we are all mice. We do things together, but there are no rats in Gift of Legacy, no rats at all. I see we have Giselda here from Italy. I can't read everything that you're saying there, but I assume you love Gift of Legacy. And someone's talking about margaritas. I'm keen on those too. And then Conrad saying hi from Poland. Conrad, what does the theme park mean to you? Is it a good analogy for Gift of Legacy? I'm going to give him time to type his answer. So while we're waiting for Conrad to type his answer, because he uses a translator, think about the way that you invite people and the things that you've said to people that have really worked. And let's share those ideas, because having fun in the theme park means getting the people to join you, to say yes. And lots of people have difficulty with that, and we're here to help each other. So what things have really worked for you in inviting people into Gift of Legacy? Who would like to share first? Elizabeth, I knew that hand would go up straight away. Go for it. I was looking at you.
I just had this, I just remembered, I really don't know what it is exactly that pushes the buttons. I usually talk about this being circular, this being a circular movement, this being, because especially when people talk about pyramids, no, this is pyramidal. I say, how can it be pyramidal? I mean, it doesn't work that way. And one of those is this person that I said that in a couple of days was already in silver after 6 months. After 6 months waiting, all of a sudden she got to legend, started receiving gifts, and boom, 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 and now she's in silver. But that she was one that said, no, this is pyramid. I said, okay, you just wait. You just wait. I said, I'm not in a hurry. And I guess, okay, the board will be a bit slower because you're not moving your people. You're not inviting anybody. I said, okay. But I remember one that was very interesting for me, because I believe also that Gift of Legacy is a university. It offers a postgraduate degree in money management, in emotional money management. And I was, talking with a friend. He's also, he works with people. He's a coach and he does interesting things. And I was, showing him Gift of Legacy, and he said, whoa, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. I said, you know what? And one of the greatest things about Gift of Legacy, you who work with people, is that you learn so much about the energy of money, the energy, the fears, the ideas that we have around money, the things we do with money, the expectations, everything. And he said, well, I don't have the money. And then when I said this, he says, you know what? You touched a fear in me. When you talked about money, you touched a fear in me. And now that you say this, I want to participate. I say, whenever you're ready, I'm here. This is whenever you're ready, let me help you out. Let me send you the link. So he did it that same day. And it was like, wow, you see, you never know. I think sometimes you just have to talk with the person and feel the person, what do they do? What how do you know them? What do you know them from? What is their relationship with money? And because, you know, some of the people who are with me, and I'm so grateful for that, because some of them have been with me in the other platforms where we were all scammed. So and they are here, and you know, and it makes me so proud, because I say, well, you know, yeah, we got scammed, but we know there's another way of doing things. There's a different way of doing things. And I think that for me, the word different, the word spirit, the word love, the word education, the word, you know, money and emotions, those are keys for me. Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. Absolutely. That's the self-development that comes in. You learn so much. I mean, we've got Beverly here tonight, who when she first started attending Zoom calls was on her phone. And now she's sitting behind a laptop. Tonight, she managed to do some things which she's never been able to do before, like put that beautiful screen behind her. She helped to co-host the other day and played music. The technological skills that you learn is quite amazing, and you could impress any teenager with the skills that you learn here in Gift of Legacy. But it really is more than just about the money. But we are here because we all want a way to reach abundance. Beth?
I came into Gift of Legacy as a mouse. I really did come into Gift of Legacy as a mouse. And then I started to learn. And this is what I tell everyone. You have got to learn, because it is so different. Let go of the tradition. Let go of the fears of what the tradition has us grown into, and start feeling how wonderful your heart feels. And this is where I feel the lion within me roars, because I have conquered. I'm 74 years old, for goodness sake. I have conquered, and Adele has helped me. Oscar has helped me. Elizabeth has helped me, and many others, that just because I do not have fear to ask for help. And it is wonderful when you start feeling that great change in you, and all the things that you thought you would never be able to accomplish. Sit at a laptop, I was not part of my thoughts, dreams, or anything. Learn to use an intelligent phone. I am more intelligent than a phone. So we have got to look at the things that within us as human beings have grown. I love to give away money. I really love to give away money, because I have got this feeling I will prefer not to buy you a pair of earrings, but I prefer to give you money because you have other things that you need. And this is what Gift of Legacy does. Start with $25. Start learning, start growing, start feeling love for humanity is where I have found myself. And I love humanity. No matter what they do, they have done me some horrible things also. But I come back to the saying, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, because there are blessings that come with those words. Thank you, Adele. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Ike. Thanks to each and every one of you that are here, because we have found something that has been tickling our fancies forever.
Bev, you said something there that's very profound. You're not scared of asking questions. But I want to change that. If you're in Gift of Legacy and you are scared or nervous or anxious about speaking to people because you are fearful about them asking you that dreaded question, is it a pyramid? Is it a Ponzi? And you don't invite people because you're scared of the questions they're going to ask you. And you think, I don't know how to answer. I'm not the presenter. I'm not in support. I don't know how to think on my feet. Here's a tip. When I first joined the precursor program, I didn't understand. I did not understand at all. All I knew is I liked sending and receiving gifts. And when people asked me a question and I couldn't answer them, I would just use a therapy technique on them. You know, I'm a therapist. So if somebody asked me a question and I didn't know the answer, I'd say to them, that's a very interesting question. I am going to find the answer and get back to you as soon as I can. Jenny, help! I don't know what to tell them. And then my inviter would give me the answer, and then I'd phone them back ever so composed and say, well, I've got the answer to your question, and this is the answer. But in doing that, I learned the answers. I mean, Bev was talking to me before the call, and she said, Adele, I've seen you grow. And I can remember you when you first started. And I thought, oh my goodness, what is she remembering exactly? But I don't care what Beverly is remembering when she first saw me presenting. Because the only way you learn to answer those difficult questions is to ask the question yourself. And sometimes when you are inviting people and they say to you, is this a pyramid? Is it a Ponzi? Is it legal? How do you know? Show me proof. Everyone goes, panic. And they just end the conversation and they might never talk to that person again. And that person might really need it. That person might be the next Elizabeth. They could be the next Beverly or Ike. They could be the next person who gets to platinum because they will get it. And it's not for you to decide whether they join Gift of Legacy or not, but it is for you to invite. And I think now we need to get like very real with the things that we do when we talk to people. If you don't know the answer, it's fine. Bring them to a Zoom. We want to have more Zooms like this, where it is open to new people as well as those of us in GL, and we can talk about real things. Now, while I'm talking about real things, Ike, who on this call, I hope she hasn't gone because I saw her name now. Who on this call is from your Polokwane team? I see Takani has gone, Mapule has gone, Mom Alvina has gone. I wanted them all to speak. Is anyone here from your Polokwane team?
Yeah, that's Leah.
Leah.
From,
Leah. Hi, Leah.
able.
Leah, I've heard such amazing things about you. Would you mind speaking and maybe putting your screen on, please, if you can? Leah?
Hello?
Hi, Leah. Can you put your video on?
Not really.
Okay, not a problem. So Leah is from the Polokwane team. Okay, I'm echoing.
Yes.
So the Polokwane team is part of Ike's team and lineage. Polokwane is a town in the northern parts of South Africa. And I don't know why you're echoing. Okay, we got a
There's
little
someone
baby
in the
there.
background.
Yeah, we got a
Leah.
little baby there. But
And
this
then,
team,
yes,
hi, Leah.
you were telling about what's the name of what you are telling? The
Okay, so Polokwane is a team, Polokwane is a town in the northern parts of South Africa. And their team are growing daily. And I wanted to ask Leah to share what their team are doing. Is anyone else here from your team from Polokwane, Ike?
Let me see.
Nomthandazo? Shine? No? Doesn't
Shine.
look like. Dinkley?
This is in Johannesburg. Yeah, she's in a team in Johannesburg.
Okay, so Dinkley, I'm going to ask you to speak.
Yeah, she's
Hi,
more
Dinkley.
capable.
Dinkley?
Yeah, go ahead,
Hello.
Dinkley.
Hi,
Hi.
Dinkley.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. When you're known to be part of a presenter's team, you can be called on at any time. Dinkley, what is your team doing? I mean, we know Ike is a phenomenal leader. We know he sends the most amazing messages every morning to his team. Ike sends voice notes every day and every night to his team, where he summarizes the Zoom call the day before or what's happening. But what else is your team doing? What are the things that you can share with us that will help other people's teams?
Honestly speaking, in our team, I think he is the most active person, and he really encourages us with a lot of messages, a lot of updates, and he always follows up with individuals to make sure that we are on top of things, we understand what needs to be done, and we keep on working. As difficult as it is, we keep on recruiting. I must say he's a fantastic person to work with, and we are very happy to have a leader like him in our team. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dinkley. Thank you, Ike, for everything you're doing for your team. Is the lady who's got a Samsung SM also from your team?
Yeah, she is.
Who's that?
Not
Samsung?
sure.
Are you in Ike's team? Samsung?
No, I'm not sure about this one.
Let's see.
Samsung.
Samsung SM, the lady with the glasses.
Okay, hi, my name is Rose.
Hello, Rose.
Yes, in South Africa, I'm under Takani
Okay,
and
Matakani and Alvina.
Alvina, actually, yes.
Yes. Okay, so what
Yes,
what does
I'm
your
new.
team do? Because you're building a big team. What are the things that you do that work?
I'm new here actually.
Okay.
But when I joined, I fast tracked to silver.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you do that. Yeah, and then
Yes.
monthly we have stock fairs,
Yes.
whereby people, well, it's strategies. They use strategies whereby if there are people who don't have money can contribute 100 rand, like South African rands, 100 rand a week, and some 550, which is for cold, and some 2 grand for what do you call
Bronze.
bronze.
Mm-hmm.
For bronze, yes. And I joined a fast track to silver. And
That's great.
and I recently fast tracked to gold.
Wow.
So and yes, and I'm also contributing now as gifter. I don't know. I think the money that I'm contributing monthly now, it's called Cold, because it's for the second time. I did it last month and this month. So yeah, I'm learning, and yeah, I'm
That's
hoping.
beautiful. You know what?
Yeah.
You shared something so beautiful there, Rose. Thank you. And I forgot that that's what Takani and her team do. So
yes,
in South Africa, like in many countries, people find it difficult even to join the coal board for $25. For us,
yes,
$25 is a lot of money, right? It's
yes,
about 470 Rand. So what Matakani has done, and her team, is they have their own stokvel, which is like their
yes,
own gifting economy that they join as a team, within a team, before they join Gift of Legacy. So do you remember how Glenn has shared the idea with everybody putting money in to buy suits for the gentlemen that needed suits way back in the 60s? Okay. So what Matakani and her team do is everybody in a month will put 10 Rand in, or 100 Rand. And then one person in a month is given all of that money, the piggy bank that we use in the presentations. the piggy bank with all the hands. One person takes the piggy bank money and they join Gift of Legacy. Then the
Yes,
next month, everybody puts 10 rand in, and one person takes the piggy bank and they join. So they actually are doing something that has happened in Africa for many years, a stokvel, which is part of Ubuntu. Communities working together so everybody can thrive. And so when people join Gift of Legacy this way, they've already worked together as a team to generate the funds to join.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's beautiful, Rose. It's beautiful that this is what your
It
team
is.
does.
I find it fascinating, yeah, because some people don't have money. So here they contribute from 100 rand, 200 rand, but the target for the month, it's 400 rand. But you find people contributing like some 600. And once we all contributed that 400 rand, we buy a bronze for one person. So, but the target, it's 100 people.
I get you. It's a beautiful system. So if you can't join Gift of Legacy on your own.
We still were here because I just joined, the first time I joined, and I wanted to hear them explain everything in the Zoom. And I saw they were here, now they disappeared. And I wanted to hear them explaining it to you guys so that I can also get it. But I see in the group, because they're always posting the group and they come up with strategies. You know, some will pop out 550 a month, but some will pop out 100 rand a week, which makes 400, and then they buy a bronze for one person. So if there's like 5 or let's say 20 people who paid 400 rand each, they buy 4. Is it how many? 4, 5 bronzes, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm miscalculating or whatever. Yeah. But the more the people contribute, they buy for fewer people though. But at the end of the day, of which is like end of maybe in 3 months' time, everybody in that group would have had the bronze, you know.
Yeah.
But some of us in there, we are already in silver, we are already in gold. So we're just boosting. Yeah, we're just boosting. We just buying
that's
more.
building your lineage. That's building your lineage.
Yes,
I know you knew Rose. I'm saying this out of love and respect. But when don't buy, I know you're doing a separate strategy beforehand, but you're not buying or paying anything. You are all gifting. Together, so that one person can have the gift to send to the legend on your coal or bronze board. We have to talk about gifting. We are not buying or selling because it's not a company, but I say this with the most of love and respect when I say that.
Yes.
All right, but your strategy is amazing, and I'm so sorry that Matakani left because she was able to share that. But there are such beautiful ways to join Gift of Legacy. And I think the most important thing is find community-minded people. Rose's team, Matakani's team, those are community-minded people. People who are prepared to trust each other to generate the funds to allow one person to have a gift to join Gift of Legacy. That is when you build a successful team. Thank you so much for sharing.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Did you want to say something else?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Rose.
It's
Thanks
a pleasure.
So much.
Okay.
Well, I think this has been a beautiful Zoom with some lovely ideas shared and beautiful ways to have fun in the community. So has Ike now disappeared as well? Oh dear. He's gone as well. Ladies, do you want to wrap it up? Maybe Elizabeth first, then Beverly, and then we'll wrap it up. But what a beautiful way to just like share our ideas, and we can all learn from it. I've learned a few ideas here. Elizabeth, what do you think?
I just want to thank you, Adele, for not wanting to be on the Zoom meetings. I think it's great that you didn't want to, and that you're here every day and helping so many people out of love. I think it's so beautiful what you do. I really, really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate what the custodians are doing. So from my heart, thank you. And thank you, everybody. Thank you for all of you guys that are in Gift of Legacy, because you are making the difference. We are making the difference.
Yeah.
So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Elizabeth. And thank you for what you do, because you jump between the Spanish and English communities. And we really value your trainings. And that training on the 4 attractions really is so valuable. And everybody really, really needs to go and watch it. I'm really pumping it on the Telegram groups. It's so beautiful. Thank you. Bev.
Here I am. Here I am. With gratitude in my heart for what has come into my life at a time when I was down. When I say down, I was down. But there is wonder all over the world. There are miracles all over the world. There is just everything is available that is good. But then, of course, we live in a dual world. So if you have good, you've got to have the other side. Adele, I am in total gratitude of how you have stood up to become the head of the lion. I love you.
No, I'm no rat.
No. Well, we all have got that little tail somehow, and then we grow. And then we grow, and that's what Martika kept telling us when I started Gift of Legacy. That was Martika's word. Stop being afraid. And
no, thank you, babe.
Our heart, we do love each other. In our heart, each of us love one another. When we see each other on the screens, we smile, because we know we're all doing the same and the best that we have found in our lives after going through all of the things. And inside, we must recognize that it is worth it. It is worth all that Rose is doing, Ike is doing, Turija is doing. All that we're doing is going to be worth it, because the results will start blooming in the sowing of love. Thank you, my darling Adele. Thanks to everyone for being here, because this was a special meeting.
Thank you, Beverly. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for your wisdom and your deep thought words. We appreciate them, and we know that you love Gift of Legacy, and we love you just as much. We love you so much, Bev. Thank you, thank you. Folks, it's all about community. Gift of Legacy is a gifting community, and let us never lose sight of the fact that we're a community. And in a community, you don't just live on your own little island and do your own thing. And what I really want to encourage people to do before we end this call is to share your good stories. Celebrate your gifts. Celebrate when there's movement on your board. Tell the community when somebody in your board receives gifts or moves on, fast tracks to gold. Share it with us. When you receive on Ohana, let us know. People are receiving on Ohana, I promise you they are. But we need to change the mindset. Melissa said it the other night, we need to, what is the word she used? I can't remember. We need to change the way that we think about gifting. We need to encourage people to to celebrate and share their gifts. And so we've got this animation of a little elephant and a little cat. And it's very simple. Just share your joy when you receive, because people want to hear the good news stories. People only listen to the bad news when there's no good news being shared. And when you share good news, people will latch onto it. And those are the things that will inspire them. Those are the things that make people join you. Those are the things that become your story that inspires others. So please share your wins, share your joys, share your moments, whatever you call them, share them with us, because we would love to celebrate you, because we're a community. So we'll be back again on Tuesday evening with a presentation. Bring your guests. Thank you so much for everyone who's been here tonight, to the co-presenters. And until we meet again, let's remember the true spirit of Ubuntu, and let's carry that through our days in all that we do, but especially when we are interacting with anybody regards Gift of Legacy. Thank you, everybody. Good night, goodbye, and God bless.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Love,
Thank you.
love,
Thank
love.
you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
community.